We're going to do a little segment called You Bet Your Life based on the hilarious show Groucho Marx.
Google him, Tebow him, whatever you want to do.
Tim Tebow him. I'm going to ask Matty Ice a question. He's going to have a couple options, and he's going to bet his life on the answer. Matty Ice, you bet your life. If you had to choose a quarterback to take you to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, who would you take? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, or Drew Brees? Matty Ice, you bet your life here on Cold One's Marc and Matty Ice radio program. Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady. Get you to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. Who you taking?
Well, here's the thing. 3 out of the 4 of these guys all have rings. One of them has multiple rings.
Correct.
2 of them have been to multiple Super Bowls.
Correct.
And 1 has not done either.
Correct.
Drew Brees has yet to make it to the big dance. I don't know if you want to say that's because of the team around him, but he has yet to be there. So unless he had already been there, he'd already shown me something in the playoffs, he's off my list right now.
Okay.
Drew Brees is not taking me to a Super Bowl. He's not taking me to the playoffs.
He's been to the championship game.
He's been to the championship game. I'm saying he hasn't taken me to a Super Bowl yet.
Okay.
He hasn't been to the big dance.
Okay.
And in that championship game, he lost. So
Did lose.
I'm not taking Drew Brees right now. Maybe after this season you ask me again, we'll see. But I'm not taking him right now.
So you're a safe better.
I'm eliminating the guy who has yet to do it.
Okay.
If I'm taking Brett Favre this year, or vintage Brett Favre,
We're talking now.
we're talking now.
You're betting your life here.
I'm betting my
Your life.
And am I taking the team with them? Am I taking the team they have with them? Or am I just taking the quarterback?
You're taking the quarterback. You have an average team of average players, and you're taking the quarterback alone. You're an average team. We'll say you're like the Cowboys. They're an average team. Tony Romo's not getting it done. I'm sorry, Tony. You lost everything. You lost Carrie. You lost Jessica. You lost every playoff game you've ever been in. Catch a snap, put the ball down. You beat the Seahawks. You couldn't.
Yeah, and all your nightmares are over. So you know what, Romo? You got an average team. You're not getting the job done.
My life is complete now that Tony Romo's is ruined.
I'm gonna do something.
Facebook it.
I'm gonna do something that I might get smacked for.
Okay.
I'm not taking Tom Brady right now.
I don't like Tom Brady.
Wow. Okay, so I haven't agreed.
Just don't like him at all.
It's not that I don't like him, and I think he is a good quarterback. I mean, he's got an MVP to his credit. He's got multiple 4,000 passing yard seasons. But Matt Castle won 11 games with Belichick.
Correct.
Tom Brady wins good games with Belichick. Tom Brady goes to the Dolphins. You don't have 3 Super Bowls. Tom Brady goes to the Chiefs, and Matt Castle stays on the Patriots. Tom Brady doesn't improve the Chiefs as much. Yeah, so I'm going to eliminate Tom Brady. I think a lot of his success has to do with Belichick.
You're betting your life here. Let's go. There's a gun to your head. Come on.
So we're down to Peyton Manning and Brett Favre. Peyton Manning cannot argue with his skill sets.
The sheriff.
He has done some things on the field that are downright incredible. But where Peyton Manning, you don't bet against him, and I'm betting my life, he doesn't have the magic. He does not have the magic that you would need to get this completed on an average team. So this year, and every year, and for my life, I'm taking Brett Favre. Brett the Hitman Favre.
So you're taking Brett Favre.
I'm taking Brett Favre, and he's going to not only save my life, but I think that he's going to take the Vikings straight to the top.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, God. Here we go.
You're on the firing squad right now. You just got killed.
All right.
Get your boy killed.
Mark, you're betting your life. Who do you got?
I'm going to take less time to do this than you, I'm going to make it a real gamble. I'm going to go off the top of my head, and I'm going to tell you right now. Breeze, he's a great player. He's accurate. Hasn't done it. He's out. Not saying he can't do it, but look at the competition. Talking about Brady, Manning, and Favre. Favre, too old. Right now, he's got a lot of weapons around him.
3 picks.
I'm talking. He got Adrian Peterson around him. I don't care how many picks he has. He's old. He's washed up.
Okay. All right.
Tom Brady, he's a good player. You can't undermine the sheriff. I'm going with Peyton Manning. You talk about an average team. The Colts are by definition an average team. You take Peyton Manning out of the lineup. How many? They're 11-0 right now. Right? Correct. 11-0?
Yep.
Peyton Manning goes down with an injury in the preseason. Would you have the Colts right now?
0-11.
You have them 0-11.
Well, I don't have him winning many games.
Okay. Last year, Brady goes down for, 5 snaps in.
Yep.
What did the Patriots win?
11-5.
Same situation happens to the Colts this year. Peyton Manning goes down 3 steps in. What's their final record?
6-10 maybe. 5-11.
Exactly. The Sheriff has a good tight end in Dallas Clark.
Listen.
So does Brady. So does Breeze.
So does Favre.
So does Favre. He's got Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne, who might have the best hands in the league.
What about Randy Moss? He's not good?
Okay, well, if you want to just argue straight up my pick versus yours, you think the Vikings have as good a receiver on their team as Reggie Wayne?
They have a great running back.
Who fumbles the ball at least once a game?
So you're saying that Adrian Peterson isn't the best running back?
I'm not saying that. You know what? They do have to game plan him for him. They absolutely do. They do. They absolutely have to game plan for Adrian Peterson.
This is my life we're talking about.
Okay. You know what? And you're dead already.
This is my life.
All right.
Peyton Manning, I've had the luxury of seeing this man play in person against the Giants. To see him play in person is magic all alone. The way this guy changes the plays, messes with the defense. This guy is maybe one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He hasn't missed a beat. He's still out there. He's the sheriff. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what.
Who?
I'm gonna play a little quote from our friend, our good friend of the show. We have a good friend on the show. His name's Macho Man Randy Savage.
That I'm the greatest professional wrestler that ever lived, and I'm living now, yeah!
Yeah, just substitute that for greatest quarterback to ever live, and I'm living now. It's Brett Favre saying the same thing.
I don't care about stats because when all's said and done, Peyton Manning will surpass Brett Favre in every category.
Probably
but
right.
Here's the thing. And I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use a little question to you to prove my point. You're choosing Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
Which quarterback would you not want to play against in that Bet Your Life Super Bowl?
Oh, Peyton Manning.
Exactly.
And wait, if you're Peyton Manning, do you want to play against Brett Favre? You want to?
I don't think there's a difference. If I'm Peyton Manning, I don't think it's a difference between Brett Favre, Breeze, and Brady playing against.
Oh, my God. I don't want to play against any of them, to tell the truth.
But if you had to pick one you didn't want to play against, who would it be?
So you're telling me...
and that's the answer to the question.
You're telling me right now. Let's pick another average team. Who's an average team? An average team.
Chargers.
Chargers? No, Chargers above that. You got to say them. Phillip Rivers throwing the ball.
Denver.
All right, Denver is an average team. Peyton Manning does better with that team than Brett Favre does. That's what you were saying, right?
I'm going to give Peyton Manning one or two more wins.
Brett Favre took an average Sidney Rice. Brett Favre is taking a rookie Percy Harvin.
Look what Manning did with anybody who's been in that lineup. Garcon.
Collie? Yeah, okay.
Collie, Gonzalez. Dallas Clark wasn't much before Peyton Manning. Wouldn't have been much before Peyton Manning.
Wasn't much before Peyton Manning because he played at Iowa.
Marvin Harrison isn't allowed to play in the NFL because he's not playing with Peyton Manning.